Good morning, everyone. This is Dr. Eileen Yue Ling Han, the director of the Academy of Acupuncture. This is our Sunday share. Every Sunday, 11 a.m., I will invite one of our balance method practitioner to talk about case study, to talk about how they know Dr. Tan, why they love balance method so much. And today I am very excited that I invited Brad Whisnant. Dr. Brad Whisnant is my old friend. And let me introduce you guys who he is. Brad Wesner, he is the owner and founder of the Pinpoint Clinic based in the Scappoose and Portland, Oregon. You can correct me, Brad, in case I pronounce it wrong.
Good enough, no problem.
All right. Since the funding of his clinic in 2007, Brad has successfully treating 150 plus patients per week as a solo practitioner. He has published prolifically focused on the lifetime work of Dr. Tan, Master Dong, and the distal acupuncture. After having proudly and valiantly served in the U.S. Marine Corps as a squad leader in the first Gulf War in Kuwait and in Somalia, that was 1989 to 1993, Brad returned stateside to earn multiple degrees. He received his Bachelor of Science degrees in criminal justice at Portland State University in 1996, a master's degree at the Oregon College of Oriental Medicine in September of 2007, and his Doctor of Acupuncture and Oriental Medicine certification at the Empress College of Traditional Chinese Medicine in December of 2010. Today is my honor that I have the chance to invite Brett to join me for our Sunday share. Hi, Brett.
Hello, 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 hello.
Hi,
Thank you so
Doc. How
much.
are you? Long time no see.
Nice to see you again. It's been a long time. How are you?
I am doing great. People so excited that knows that you're coming in this weekend to share that precious of your 30 minutes away from your family and your two beautiful kids and being here to share your time with us. And please, everybody, whoever's out there, please say hi. I know somebody from Norway. This is Brett, my best friend forever. I know him like since I was young and beautiful. And
Still old and beautiful, no problem.
and people from San Diego. I know Anna De Lobo is watching, so you all your friends and families are all on this with us. So
Oh, yeah. No,
and from Miami too.
thank you.
Good.
I thank you so much, Eileen. I remember, me and Eileen. I used to go down to Dr. Tan's clinic 2003, 2004, 2005, 2006, 2007, and I would be running around. Dr. Tan would hand Eileen the notes. And then Eileen would look at me and say, "You're from Portland, you take the notes." And she'd hand me the notes, I'd be taking notes. And then
Yes.
I'd be asking Eileen because Dr. Ton wouldn't answer my questions because he's too busy. And so Eileen would have to teach me what was going on. So I'm forever grateful for back in 2003 to 2007, all the time that you allowed me to ride your coattails and be next to you, ask you so many stupid questions. So thank you. It was quite a miraculous time in my life and quite an enjoyment. I mean, the whole life's enjoyable, but that was a very unique, beautiful, growing time in acupuncture, and for you to spend that much time with me to educate me, thank you.
Well, I like to thank you to be work as an intern, so I can send you in the room to watch him.
Oh,
So I can be outside breathing. Oh my God,
yes,
there's so much work
yeah,
at the time. You know how busy he is, 50
yeah,
patients a day, and I
yeah,
would just like finally somebody can help me. Brett, just get in
yeah,
there.
yeah,
So Brett being following Dr. Tan in the clinic for multiple times. So
yeah,
every time he shows up, I get all excited because he's very helpful. He's not just sitting there and watching me running around, asking me all kind of questions and hit me on the head, says, what is this? What is that? So I really appreciate him. So that's how we built our friendship. when we both are apprenticing from Dr. Tan. So which is that I'm very grateful for him to be there. And people from Netherlands here, and Mark Montoya is here, and
What's up, Mark?
yeah, Mark is here, and people from Portland, which is people from Poland, not Portland, Poland, Costa Rica, and Brazil. Alex Costa, say hi. Antonio, say hi.
Wonderful.
In
Hello,
Norway,
hello.
so everybody is saying hi to you. And Canada, of course. All right, there's the first time, South Africa. This must be from you. I haven't been anywhere in South Africa, so that is your people. London, Miami, Florida, of course.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I have the most live attending.
Well,
You.
and I think that speaks real quick. I mean, to the magic of the Dr. Khan system. No matter what country, no matter what kind of patient, no matter cash, insurance, old, young, whatever, South Africa, America, stuff works. And I think that's the strength of the system, that it works in all these countries for all these people, all this time, on all these conditions. You have the same results time and time again. And I think that's the strength of the Dr. Khan system for sure.
Yes, absolutely. And nowadays, and we know Brad also have online courses. If you guys don't know bradwhisnant.com, he has a beautiful courses that is online that
Thank
you
you.
guys want to learn more. You can go on it, and he has a lot of uh, courses about Macedon's points. And if you check Brad's book about Macedon's points, I just take notes like this. He already have his book is already like falling apart, and he
Yeah.
duct taped it. I think that's the military people, huh? Duct tape your books. Is that what's happening? Look at that. That's what his books like. So if you have any question,
This is
that,
my book. It's all beat to hell. I've had it for 100 and I mean this is my, but even though this is a master tongue book, and I know lots of you try and steal it, I never let you take it from me. This is all all my Dr. Ton notes are in here about the tongue points. And that's how I got into the tongue points, was because Dr. Ton had a class about how to try to make the tongue points simple.
yes,
And that was about applying the Dr. Ton theory to the complexity of the tongue points.
yes,
And when you apply the Ton theory, simple.
yes, easy,
It,
huh?
yeah, super easy. It's when you try and do the tongue stuff without the Dr. Ton theory, very complicated.
Maybe I should have you come in to do again for the Macedon's points in the future. I mean, well, we're in pandemic right now, so maybe I shouldn't promise anything right now, but
Yeah,
I would
sure.
like to invite you again to come and teach the class. Of
Sure.
course, I'm going to do a better setting for that.
Yeah.
So tell us about what uh, your trip for all your medical missions, because I know the reason I love Brett so much, because after he finished school, he went up to many countries to do the medical mission. He stayed in Vietnam for minimum 2 years, because I saw his post treating a neuropathy in the hand and put the needle in the foot. Would you please tell everybody that 2 years, how did you do all that?
Yeah.
Really, like, really get yourself
Yeah.
into it 24
Yeah.
7.
Yeah. So when I first graduated, we'll just talk really quick. I have a nonprofit. I treated in Guatemala, Honduras, India, Vietnam. I've been to Vietnam probably 30 times. Um, and just treating there. And the idea of treating 100 plus people a day, 6 days a week, maybe 150, 200 people a day, no big deal. And just doing the Dr. Ton stuff in and out, 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 every single day. And then here's the catch though, is not just treating a patient like 3 times to Dr. Ton, 100 of those people a day, is treating 100 people those a day for 6 weeks and seeing the pathology or the disease through the treatment process. I see so much nowadays, people say, well, nothing happened in 2 treatments, nothing happened in 8 treatments, or they were doing well for 5 treatments, but now they're bad in 10 treatments. It's because most people lack foresight to understand the progression of the disease. And treating overseas, not only do you get to see the disease, not only do you get to see the treatment, but you get to see the progression of the treatment over a time frame, and that's very valuable.
That's how we gain our confidence when you are treating the patient from the first to the end, and you can treat it intensively and you see them getting better so quickly, so you don't dwelling on in between one treatment to two treatment. Oh, how come it's not getting better, how come it's not getting better? So Dr. Tan always says, if today is the fourth treatment, ask them how you feel about your first treatment, how much you been improving, not today's treatment and yesterday's treatment. How about this treatment and the first day you walk in, how you feel? So that's a very important. I
And I think, Eileen, I saw a post you did just a few days ago that said that your post said that Dr. Tan said anyone can learn acupuncture in 2 or 3 months, but it takes years to understand the patient. And I thought that was really the truth of Dr. Tan, was that he had so much more wisdom about people and patients and treating and working with people that I think really gets left beside, that no one knows. They're like, oh, just tell me the point. Just tell me the points. Just tell me the points. And it's like, there's so much more that, like, Dr. Tom would slap you for asking what the points were. Like, he would beat you and kick you out the door for being stupid and asking points. It blows me away. And I think that really detracts from the brilliance of Dr. Tom with his patients and patient cultivation and treatment cultivation, versus saying, what are the points? What are the points? It's very interesting to me to see that. And Dr. Tom, certainly the golden chest of his knowledge was the acupuncture. But there's a whole nother treasure of Dr. Tom, which was how he talked and dealt with patients and treatments and understanding and things like that, that most people just blow right past.
Yes, I agree. That's why it's the retention of the patient rate for Dr. Tan can be 99 to 95, 99%.
Easy.
Everybody just Dr. Tan, Dr. Tan, Dr. Tan. I understand. Yes, absolutely.
Oh. But I mean, so treating overseas, I think again, one of the biggest things you guys can do for all acupuncturists, to treat, and you have to treat to learn the experience. And I mean, and I think even Dr. Tan is a wonderful example of this. I've always said it just absolutely boils my blood when people say, well, Dr. Tan never did this. That may be true within a framework of time that Dr. Tan taught. But you have to remember, when I always speak about Dr. Tan, I speak about when I knew Dr. Tan from 2003 to 2009, because he was always growing and changing and shifting and learning. And he constantly changed and grew and discussed and didn't discuss different aspects of the balance method. As you will recall, Eileen, back in 2000, probably 6, he took the 6 segments, the 5 antique points, the 5 transport points, and he shifted that from the 5 transport points to basically the 5 joint to the 6 joints of the limb.
Yes.
Now, he never really continued with that, but that was about 6 months here he talked about it. But that showed that he was always thinking, trying, researching, testing, treating, looking, guessing, trying, pushing, always trying to go for the next thing. And when people say this or that about Dr. Tan, you have to be careful. You have to say, well, that was my knowledge of Dr. Tan from 2004.
At that time, yes.
At that time, he was a much different person depending on what time you saw him.
Yes, absolutely. I remember. Do you remember that he was talking about this segment 1, segment
Yes.
2, 3,
Yeah.
but even the body? So this will be our secret right now, and we're gonna present it. Brad, you're gonna present it.
Yeah, sure. But,
yes.
but that's the thing. I think that shows of Dr. Tan always pushing, growing, thinking, trying, suggesting, failing, succeeding, working, and that all comes from being in the clinic and treating every day and working hard. That's the only way to find this stuff. And that's, for me, I took that thing, that seed that Dr. Tan gave me of work hard, be smart, get to work. And that's what I took overseas. You start treating. Now I've treated 100,000 people, and that's why it's just so simple nowadays.
Yeah, because you know it worked, because you watch it, you see that yourself. I was lucky because the Dr. Tan treating every day, so I can watch him treating patient and successful. So
Mhm.
I take that a part of him, and
Mhm.
I inhaled it basically,
Mhm.
and then I know
You're like the
it
golden
works.
seed.
What? What'd you just say?
You're like the golden seed. He gave you everything. You like you from you, it's all sprouts.
Yes, I got that also. But the most important part I want to share everybody is Dr. Tan always says, I give you a brick and you take it home, you polish it, and you bring your jade back. It's called 抛砖引玉. You bring up, send out a brick, and you take it, like Brad, you took it. And then now it become the jade for you. And you take it off. And then he say that is yours. He never say, oh, that's mine. Brad is my student. He doing good. He will also give you the credit too, because you put in your hard work for it. So I want every one of you, whoever taking my classes, Brad's class, remember, you take that knowledge, you gotta go home and you polish it using your idea with the mainframe of the logic, the 1 2 3 logic, and put the needles in, and you figure it out with your smart hand and with your needle hand. That's his word. Brett said
Yeah.
smart hand.
The needle hand's a stupid hand. This is the
Yes,
smart hand.
there you go.
Yes.
You gotta use your smart hand to figure out what's going on, right, Brett? That's why how I always tell people this is important. You gotta use in your heart to touch the 阿是 the 天印穴.
Yes.
That will work. So yes, I'm glad that I'm not the only person who is here that's shouting and screaming about you need to practice and practice until that you got it in your heart.
Yeah. I mean, I would say this is a stereotype, and I'm sure someone will yell at me for this, and that's fine. People yell at me all the time. I don't really care anymore. I mean, I own beachfront property now in Belize because people yell at me and I win. But my point here is that if people worked as sorry, if acupuncturists worked as hard as they do at not to treat people, if they worked that hard in the clinic treating people, they'd have everything they ever wanted.
I agree.
They'd all be millionaires. They'd all be happy. They'd all have massive success. It would all be super simple. They spend as much time as they spend on all the peripheral BS and
Yes.
just said, you know what, today I'm going to work hard and treat patients. And I'm not going to worry about politics. I'm not going to worry about the world. I'm not going to worry about whatever. I'm just going to get to work. And here's a good example. I'll tell you what, you know the difference between an amateur and a professional? No one will know this. You know what the difference is? An amateur has excuses and a professional goes to work. I last night had someone dear in my family have a stroke.
No.
They're in the hospital. Now, guess what? I'm here working on a Sunday. A professional gets to work.
Yeah,
On
I agree.
Monday, yeah, I granted your husband's upset, your wife's upset, COVID, life, politics. So what? Go to work. And that's what Dr. Tan did. You show up, you turn you turn the frog forward, right? I remember the frog. Don't tell me you don't remember the frog. I know the frog. You turn the frog forward because it lets all the money and the people come in, and the people come in, and you get to work and you shut your mouth and you smile. And then at the end of the day, you turn the frog the other way. So the money don't leave. And you go home and you're happy and you go back to work the next day. If people would do that in this industry, they'd be fine. But they want to
By the way, the frog's still at home, still in the clinic.
You know the
I would
frog,
take.
right? You know what I'm talking about. No one knows the frog. I know the frog.
Okay.
You didn't think about the frog. You didn't think I'd say that, did you?
No.
Yeah, I
I
know.
don't know you remember.
I know. I remember everything. Everything. I got a photographic memory. I remember everything.
Yes, the frog's still there.
Yeah,
Yes.
I know the frog.
And then let me tell you one thing. 2008, August 28, Dr. Tan's mother passed away.
Yeah.
He came back to work. He never missed a day. Even his mother passed away 2 o'clock in the morning that day. He came back to work. He didn't even say anything about his mother passed away. And I was like, oh, he's just a little bit heavier.
Yeah.
And he treat the whole patient low. And then before he left the office, I asked him, Sifu, you're a little strange. What's happening? He said, my mother passed away.
Yeah.
And he worked his ass. Even he was 2008. And that is very recently, but he never say a word. He just work. As you said, yeah, somebody work.
And I think that's the genius of Dr. Tan. So many people are so concerned about what are the points, and the major concern is get to work.
Yeah.
I mean, right? But
Yes.
but that's the thing. I mean, patients are tough, life's tough, the virus is tough, the world is tough. So what? Go to work, put the points in, and then see the magic of the Dr. Tan system. That's it.
Yeah, I agree with you. So that's why my clinic only closed for 2 weeks, and then we start working. Are you guys closing down at all? Or anything?
No.
Oh,
Yeah, we closed for a bit because I hadn't had a vacation. I'm like, this is a really good time to take a vacation. You know what? I'm going to close because I need to chill. But I mean, and people say, should you close your open? But here's my thing on that. I don't consider it work to love my wife. I don't consider it work to love my children. I don't consider it work to go to work. Like, I love what I do.
yes.
And if you guys do the Dr. Tan stuff, like, I swear to God, it's so goddamn fun. Just treating people, and people get better, and like, it's really easy and it's really simple, and you just like do stuff. It's fun. I've always told my wife, the worst patient in the world to treat, the worst is the one that doesn't get better. I hate it. I hate it. But when you do the Dr. Tan stuff, it's so fun and so simple. You just go to work and it's fun. It's like, is this work? Not really. I'm getting paid and I throw needles in. It's like so simple.
And people always says, you torture me, you poke needle in me, and I have to pay you and say thank you.
Yeah, I say tough love, baby. You know I love you. Just tough love.
Yeah, it's very, very interesting. So tell us one of your most memorable story about using balance method and save your life or save your day. Tell us.
So, yes, I will. So, I mean, I see 30 to 50 patients a day, every day of the week. Not my employees, not my little minions, me. And I've been doing that for years. And I think one of the best, and I even asked Eileen before we started, what do you want me to share? I got like 1,000 examples. I mean, like, I have 30 examples every single day. Like, what do you want? I think still the best one was in Vietnam. My wife's Vietnamese. In Vietnam, for whatever reason, this is probably my 20th or 30th time in Vietnam. Cops show up, say, hey, you're a white guy. We don't believe you Chinese medicine because you're white. You must be a spy. And I have dual citizenship. I've got all this stuff. Anyways, the cop says, hey, I've got neck pain. And if you don't prove to me that you can take my pain away now, not in 8 to 12 treatments, not over 4 to 6 months, but right now, like today, and he doesn't speak English. He's talking to my father-in-law, who's talking broken English to me, and on the living room, and he says, if you don't take my neck pain away, you're going to jail because you're obviously a spy because you don't know what the hell you're doing.
Did you go to jail?
Yeah, go to jail. No, I didn't.
Oh, okay.
But simple Dr. Tan stuff, trap pain, neck and shoulder pain. And this is what made Dr. Tan famous, heart 4, heart 5, heart 6, heart 7. And then some bladder points, bladder 65, bladder 60, bladder 59, bladder 58, bladder 57, blah, blah, blah. It's so simple. It's boring. Like, who even cares?
You just throw out points to make them happy, or you just
Well, yeah, you know me. I've got anger issues. And so the best is, I did the small intestine to the heart. So SI gets bladder, heart gets gallbladder, just systems 1 through 6. Forget all the other systems, forget all the tongue points, just that. And then just, that heart was opposite side, bladder same side. And I guess what I'm trying to say is a very serious, intense moment. And I'm just kind of like blasé, man. We'll just put the points in. And then the guy's like,
better.
Dude, I'm better. And then my ass didn't go to jail. And then the best part was I took him a bottle of wine the next day down at the cop station, and he's like, "Oh, that guy, this," and he's pointing to all his cop friends because he's like, "I'm the white guy that's doing acupuncture. I'm the most famous dude in this little district now." It's like, dude, that's the guy that put needles in my hands and my feet, and now I'm saved. But I'm telling you, sure as I'm white on a Sunday talking to you, my ass was going to jail if his neck didn't feel better.
Yep, I agree.
You
I'm glad
know,
you didn't go to jail.
yeah, I mean, I would have been in jail for a few days. They would have got me out. So what? Whatever. I've been, who cares? But I would have been going to jail that day. And because the Dr. taught stuff, very simple, very basic, very blasé, and you can take that exact same example to your patients every single day, 9 o'clock, 10:30, 2 p.m., 4:30 p.m. It's Thursday, it's Friday, it's Monday. You're tired, you're sleepy, you're sick. So what?
Hey, the result shows and save you ass.
Well, and I think the best part about the Dr. Khan stuff, it's not predicated off the BS of the clinic and how you interact with people. It's just like, here's these nerves, and these nerves affect the brain, and you've got these muscles and nerves, and it's going to help them, and you're going to have results. Maybe not always 100% fair, but at least a significant amount of difference. So you're like, whoa, I still got a little bit of issue, but dude, that's like reasonably better. That's like outstandingly better. I still got a little bit, sure, but it's like massively better, like substantially. And that's the Dr. Khan stuff.
Right. Yes. Well, you know that many patients respond differently. Most people will say, I'm so much better. Well, there's only 1 or 2% of those people say, no change, no change.
Yeah. Probably less than 5%. Yeah.
And then what happened? They keep on coming back.
Yeah, they always.
But if it's that good, why do you keep on coming back?
It reminds me of an ex-girlfriend, right? I mean, like, they hate you, but they keep dating you. You're like, wait, why are you dating me? Because you hate me. I mean, like, what is your problem? Like, you say you hate me and you keep calling me. Like, you're like a psycho. You're like the fatal attraction chick. It's like the patients. It's like, if they want to pay you, it's fine. Pay me. I don't care.
But they will keep on telling you it's not working, but they keep on coming back 20 treatments. I just like, why? If I didn't do a good job, I refer you back to your doctor, right? And then they can refer you to a psychologist, neurologist,
Yes.
whatever,
Yeah.
fibromyalgia specialist. Why do you keep on seeing me? So then I realize they just don't want to get better, or they just don't want to tell you they're better. So,
Yeah, they don't. Yeah. I agree. I'm like, hey, if you want to come in and pay me, it's fine. I don't care.
and then the people out there, please, if you have patient like this, it's not Dr. Tan's method, it's not working. They just have issues. So if these people want to continue comes in, well, treat them. You have electricity need to pay. Your water need to pay, right? Treat them, right? Don't pick up those questions and bombard Brad, bombard me, bombard Mark Montoya. And you have to understand patient. That's why Dr. Tan always said you have to understand your patient.
Yeah.
That's what you need
No,
to.
that's why still my favorite line of all time was, most patients wouldn't say anything to Dr. Tan, but every now and then you get the patient that has seen another acupuncturist. So, I mean, the worst patient in the world, just so you know, is not a lawyer, is not a doctor, is not a teacher. It's the patient that used to see some other acupuncturist now is coming to see me. They're the worst. Yeah, the worst. Yeah, exactly. And so those patients always say, Dr. Tan, you only spent 5 seconds with me. What are you doing? And then, I mean, I swear to God, I remember the room, I remember the corner, I remember where I was at. Dr. Tom would say, no, I spent 30 years in 5 seconds. Goodbye.
Yeah.
And I mean, the guy, and that's just that's the management of the patients, that's the management of the clinic, and that's beyond the balance system. But from a person that wants to heal, I mean, you're 98% effective, and you don't need any. I mean, the tongue stuff is great. I love the tongue stuff, of course. I love the other systems, of course. I love all the other stuff, of course. But the Dr. Khan system, 1 through 6, 98%. People that want to get better, 100%. I'll bet you $42,000 right now on it. I'll make it 55. I don't care. Well, I got lots of money. Who cares? Let's spend a bunch of money. Whatever.
Oh, also, by the way, when you talk about money, you need to be a little bit nice because
What do I do?
people doesn't want to say they're making money by doing acupuncture. So you
Well,
need to
that's their problem.
you need to tune you need to tune it down a little bit. Otherwise, you're gonna get a hate mail. Hate mail, okay?
Oh, it's
I
okay. I get lots of hate mail. That's okay. That's okay. I get lots of hate mail. If you guys don't have money, it's fine. Just send your patients over to me. I'll make more money. It doesn't
think-
matter one bit.
yeah, people don't want to say that they make money, okay, honey? But please,
Really?
yeah, oh yeah, I
Why?
get hate mail all the time. Says because Dr. Tan loves money, and you learn from Dr. Tan. Just talk about money, and we are trying to here to help people. So I get hate mail. So please don't
Wow. All
don't.
right. Well, whatever. That's their own issue. Good luck. I fully respect your own opinion on money. I don't really care. Thank you.
Well, what I said to them is, you got to eat something good. You cannot always eat instant noodles. You cannot, you need to have a car to protect you, right?
Got it.
When you drive on the street, you need to go save 130, 205,000 people, and then you get in a car accident. Then what happened? You can't
Yeah.
help
Well,
anymore,
all,
right?
all I can say is all these acupuncturists better look out because when I retire in about 5 or 10 years in Costa Rica or Belize, then they're going to be in trouble because then I could write books all day from foreign countries. They're going to be in big trouble because I'm going to call everybody out. Trust me, no one's safe. You're all going to get named.
I
I'll
love.
keep working. I'll be retired. You're all going to get named. You're all going to get called out. It's going to happen. Trust me, it's coming.
Oh, I know. I'm already only work 3 days a week now. So yeah, I do enjoying the time that I'm free
Yeah.
from working. But
Yeah.
I have to build up this teaching thing for Dr. Tan. I'm continue the torch,
Yeah.
follow his idea to.
But I think money's a good thing, and I won't keep you too long. But I think here's the interesting part about money is when you just treat people, and this is why people get frustrated. If you actually follow the Dr. Khan system and you actually do the stuff, people will get better. And because of that, you will be happy because you're having a good day. It's fun. It's exciting. You subconsciously would be a better practitioner. Your patients will get better and they will refer people because they're happy. And because of all of that functioning, and you have no idea, you'll make more money. It's like it just shows up. And it's interesting. Like, I don't even think it has to be like your main focal point. I don't think money was that. I mean, originally I wanted to make like 50 grand a year, and that's what I do per month. I mean, on a bad month. And I think that's I don't get it because I think but money's never the focus. If you just focus on the patients and like actually being of service and of helping people, then it just shows up like ridiculous. And I don't even think you have to work at it. And that's the irony, I think. And when you're happy and treating and things are just working and you're working hard, it just works. Whether you're an acupuncture or you're a bricklayer or you're in politics or you're a housemaker or you're a wife or you're a husband, if you're just like you come from a good place of like I just want to help people and then stuff just shows up like it just works. And I know every time I do get weird and I focus on patient counts or I focus on money or I focus on results or I focus on like something, it goes to hell. And when you just focus on, you know what, I have this motto I read every morning, and it's three things. It says, what can I give to the world today? What can I do for people today? And how can I help someone today? And I
Wow.
read that every day before I start the clinic. And granted, I know I've got all my haters like, oh yeah, whatever, that's BS, Brad. But I read that every day. And when I read that and I focus on that, how can I be, what can I give the world? Okay, I cannot, I don't know, whatever. I mean, I think about these three things every day, and then you take that into your clinic, and then things just work. And whether that, and if you want money, it'll work. If you want freedom, it'll work. If you want compassion, it'll work. If you want results, it'll work. I mean, whatever you want, it just works.
Yes.
Don't get me started.
Yes. Okay. I also have to say that I remember when I was the very beginning, I started doing the acupuncture. I sleep on massage table because I don't have the money to buy the bed. So I
Me
sit
too. Me too.
6 years, it will take about 10 years that you will feel a little bit comfortable, that you will feel good about it. So that's why when you're at the very few years beginning of your practice, please take your chance to learn. It's time for you to learn what is the real world. The books help you, but it's not going to take you to the places. That's why you need to talk to Brad. You need to talk to me. You need to find yourself a teacher who you can connect with.
And I think the biggest thing with the Dr. Tan stuff is people need to quit asking, what are the points? What are the points? I swear to God, I remember the fax machine. Most of you millennials have no idea what I'm talking about. I know you like that, millennials. The fax machine, Dr. Tan would get faxes from acupuncture around the country. They say, how do I fix elbow pain? How do I fix knee pain? My best. How do I fix carpal tunnel? And all Dr. Tan would do right across the front of it, how the hell should I know in fax back? Because we don't treat Western problems. 1, 2, 3. And then the points become evident. You don't need the points. I just had someone rail me, some idiot, Michael. He just railed me. You didn't know. It's okay. There's lots of Michaels. I got lots of idiots. But he said, you didn't give me all the points. The points don't matter. All you need is the theory. 1, 2, 3. And then the points become evident. Yes. That's the idea. That when you ask the points, then you've completely, like Dr. Tan would jump out of his grave and slap you if you asked him that.
Please don't.
1, 2, 3.
I agree. So today we're going to leave you like that. Everyone, if you want to ask questions to Brad, to me, and anyone who practice balance method, please be respectful. At least you tell us 1, 2, 3. Then we will be very happy to help you and give you a results. And that doesn't mean you're going to get the points, but you might going to understand the logic behind the 1, 2, 3.
As long as you got the logic and the theory, you'll get it. The points are worthless.
And then you don't need us anymore, okay?
Yeah, 100%. Then who cares about me? You don't need, that's the idea.
Agree.
Yes.
Yes. High five. Yeah. Okay. It's time now. We're over 6 minutes. I'm so excited. I wish this is like an hour interview, but I'm so excited Brad is here. And you know Brad's website, bradwhisnant.com, if you want to get to know him and refer him patients, your family member who's living over there, send it to him. And if you want to take some
No, wait. Yeah. No, I don't want any acupuncturists to send me their patients. That's a problem. I have plenty of patients. I do not want any acupuncturists to send me their patients. You just keep them and you send them to someone else. It's be a big no, please don't. Do me a favor. I have to re-educate them. It's like a massive problem.
I mean, the patient of their acupuncturist is family members. Can you take?
Maybe.
Okay, good. Thank you.
Maybe that I'll give that gets a pass. Maybe we'll see.
Go to the website, check out Dr. Brad Whisnant, or you go on to the Academy of Acupuncture, and you will see all the new stuff and the new classes. And don't forget, acupuncture 1, 2, 3. Acupuncture.
And Eileen, I'm forever grateful for your years. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Brad, and I will talk to you soon. Thank you, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.